Hello student, I am going to tell about the gross anatomy of the pancreas. So before going to the pancreas, we have to see a important diagram. So this is the stomach, this is the greater curvature of the stomach, this is the lesser curvature of the stomach, and this is the pyloric part of the stomach, and this is the first part of the duodenum, this is the second part of the duodenum, and this is the third part of the duodenum, and this is the fourth part of the duodenum. Then this is the duodenojejunal flexure, and this is the beginning of the jejunum, and that part is the jejunum. Then that part is the ileum, and this is the ileocecal junction. Then this is the ascending colon, this is ascending colon, and this is the right colic flexure. Then this is the transverse colon, this is the transverse colon, and this is the left colic flexure, which superiorly it is attached to the related to the tail of the pancreas, and this is the descending colon, and this is the sigmoid colon, and this is the rectum. Then let us come to the pancreas. So the structure marked by black color, that is the pancreas. This is the pancreas. So this is the head of the pancreas, and that part is the neck of the pancreas. See here, it is related to the pyloric part of the stomach. I will tell it later on. Then the dot line, it indicates that part of the pancreas is called body, which lies posterior to the stomach, and this is the tail of the pancreas, which is attached to the spleen. This is the spleen. Now let us come to the pancreas. So this is pancreas. See, this is pancreas. So it is a soft lobulated gland consisting of both exocrine and endocrine part. Then situation, the pancreas lies behind the stomach, separated by cavity of lesser sac. It occupies the posterior part of the epigastrium and left hypochondrium. Now size, in adult length is 12 to 15 centimeter, breadth is 3 to 4 centimeter, thickness 1.5 to 2 centimeter, and weight is 80 to 90 grams. Now anatomical position of the pancreas. So before going to anatomical position, we have to know some parts of the pancreas. So this is the head of the pancreas. See, this is the head of the pancreas, that part, head of the pancreas. It is the right end of the pancreas. This is the right side. So this is the right end of the pancreas, and it is enlarged and flattened. Now then we have to identify the tail of the pancreas. This is the tail of the pancreas. See, this is the tail of the pancreas. It is narrow left end of the pancreas, and it lies at the higher level than the head of the pancreas. So tail of the pancreas lies at the higher level than the head of the pancreas, and it lies at the level of lower border of 12 thoracic vertebra. Then we have to identify the posterior surface of body of the pancreas. So that part is the body of the pancreas. This is the posterior surface of the body of the pancreas, which is flat and directed backwards. This is the back side, this is the front side. So directed backward. So anatomical position, as I have already told, the tail of the pancreas, this is the tail of the pancreas, it lies at the higher level than the head of the pancreas. So this is the anatomical position. See, this is the anatomical position. Okay. Now let us come to the presenting parts of the pancreas. From right to left, this is the right side, this is the left side. So from right to left is it has head, this is the head, and this is the neck, that part is the neck. Then this is the body of the pancreas, see, this is the body of the pancreas, and this is the tail of the pancreas, see, this is the tail of the pancreas. It is the left end of the pancreas. Now let us first come to the head of the pancreas. This is the head of the pancreas. Now what are the presenting features of the head of the pancreas? First the head of the pancreas, it lies within the concavity of the duodenum. So this is the duodenum part. This is the first part of the duodenum. This is the second part of the duodenum. This is the third part of the duodenum. This is third part of the duodenum, and this is the fourth part of the duodenum. So the head of the pancreas, it lies within the concavity of the duodenum. This is the head. Now what are the features of the head of the pancreas? It has got two surfaces. This is the anteriorly, this is the anterior side. Anteriorly, this is the anterior surface. Posteriorly, this is the posterior surface. This is the posterior side. Posteriorly, this is the posterior surface. Four border, upper border, this is the upper border. This is the lower border. This is the right border. This is the right side, right border, and this is the left border. This is the left border. And one process, this is called uncinate process. This is uncinate process. See, this is the uncinate process. Now let us come to the surface of the head. This is the anterior surface. The anterior surface is separated from the body by a constriction. This is called neck, that I have already told. Then structure related to the anterior surface from above downward. The first part of the duodenum, that is the first part of duodenum. Then here we will find the transverse colon. You can remember the earlier diagram that I have shown in the beginning of the class. Then here some coils of the duodenum. Then posterior surface. This is the posterior surface. See, this is the posterior surface. It is non-peritoneal and directed backwards and medially. Backward and medially. And structure related to the posterior surface. Inferior vena cava, both terminal part of renal vein, right crus of diaphragm, and bile duct. Then let us come to the border of the head of the pancreas. This is the upper border. It is overlapped by first part of duodenum, that is the first part of the duodenum. This is the lower border. It is related to the third part of the duodenum. See that this is the third part of the duodenum. And this is the right border of the head of the pancreas. And it is related to the second part of the duodenum. This is the second part of the duodenum. Then left border, this is the left border. It is related to the fourth part of the duodenum. This is the fourth part of the duodenum. Then let us come to the uncinate process. So this is the uncinate process. See, it arises from the lower and left part of the head of the pancreas. See, this is the lower and left part of the head of the pancreas. So uncinate process, it is a triangular projection which arises from the lower and left part of the head of the pancreas and goes upwards and medially behind the superior mesenteric vessel and lies on a more posterior plane than the rest of the gland. Now, relation of this uncinate process. In front, superior mesenteric vessels. Here we will find the superior mesenteric vessels. The vein lies on the right side of the artery. Then behind, so this is the uncinate process. Behind, we will find abdominal aorta. Then let us come to the neck of the pancreas. This is the neck of the pancreas. It lies at the junction of the head of the pancreas and body of the pancreas. That part is called neck of the pancreas. Now, what are the presenting features of the neck of the pancreas? It has two surfaces. This is the anterior surface. This is anterior surface. Here, this is the posterior surface of the neck, and two border. This is the upper border. See, this is the neck. This is the upper border, and this is the lower border. This is the lower border of the neck. See. Now, let us first come to the anterior surface. It is covered with peritoneum of lesser sac, and it is related with the pyloric part of the stomach. You can remember the diagram that I have already shown in the beginning of the class. Then posterior surface. In the posterior surface of the neck, there is a shallow groove which contains superior mesenteric vessel in the lower part and trunk of the portal vein in the upper part. Then upper border of the neck of the pancreas. This is the upper border. See, this is the upper border of the neck of the pancreas. It is overlapped by first part of the duodenum. So, this is the first part of the duodenum. It is overlapped by the first part of the duodenum. Then lower border. This border, the lower border of the neck of the pancreas, it gives attachment to the root of the transverse mesocolon. Then let us come to the body of the pancreas. That part is called body of the pancreas. See, this is the body of the pancreas. So, it is a prismoid in appearance. On cross section, it is triangular in shape. So, I have made with a paper. So, this is the, see, this is the body of the pancreas. That part is the body of the pancreas. Body of the pancreas. So, it extends from the front of the abdominal aorta to the front of the left kidney. Then what are the presenting parts of the body? It has three surfaces. So, this is the anterosuperior surface, or it is also called anterior surface. See, this is the anteroinferior surface, or it is also called inferior surface. Then, see, this is the posterior surface, directed posteriorly. This is posterior surface. Now, here in the specimen, this is the anterosuperior surface, also called anterior surface. This is the anteroinferior surface. See, this is the anteroinferior surface, also called inferior surface. And this is the posterior surface of the body. Now, let us come to the borders. It has three borders. First, see here. This is the anterior border. See, this is the anterior border, and this is the superior border. See, this is the superior border, and this is the inferior border. Inferiorly, this is the inferior border. Here in the specimen, this is the superior border. See, this is the superior border or upper border, and this is the inferior border or lower border. See, and this is the anterior border. This is anterior border. Now let us first come to the anterior-superior surface of the body of the pancreas. This surface. It is slightly concave, directed forward and upward, and it is covered with peritoneum with lesser sac. Relation to the surface. This surface, anterior-superior surface, is related to the posterior inferior surface of the stomach, separated by lesser sac, which is derived from the superior layer of transverse mesocolon. Then let us come to the antero-inferior surface. It is directed downward and forward. In anatomical position, directed downward and forward. This is the front side. Downward and forward. And it is covered with peritoneum of greater sac, which is derived from the inferior layer of transverse mesocolon. Then structure related to the anterior inferior surface. Duodenojejunal flexure, few coils of jejunum, and left colic flexure here. Left colic flexure. Then let us come to the posterior surface. So this is the posterior surface. It is directed backward. This is the posterior surface of the body of the pancreas. It is entirely non-peritoneal. Now structure related to the posterior surface of the body of the pancreas. Abdominal aorta with origin of the superior mesenteric artery, left crus of diaphragm, then left psoas major and sympathetic trunk, left suprarenal gland, then left kidney across its hilum, left renal vessels and pelvis of left ureter, left suprarenal and left gonadal veins, and splenic vein. Then let us come to the superior border. This is the superior border of the body of the pancreas. Close to the right end of the superior border, there is a conical projection here. This is called tuber omentally. Now structure related to the tuber omentally. Celiac artery is related above the tuber omentally here. Then hepatic artery runs along the right side of the tuber omentally here. This is the tuber omentally on the right side. Hepatic artery runs along the right side of the tuber omentally. Then rest of the border on the left side of the tuber omentally is accompanied by tortuous splenic artery. So this is the rest of the border on the left side of the tuber omentally is accompanied by tortuous splenic artery. Then let us come to the anterior border. This is the anterior border. This anterior border, it separates the anterior superior surface from the anterior inferior surface, and it gives attachment to the root of transverse mesocolon. Now I have already told that the inferior border of the neck of the pancreas. This is the inferior border of the neck of the pancreas. It gives attachment to the root of the transverse mesocolon, and the anterior border of the body of the pancreas also gives attachment to the root of the transverse mesocolon. Then inferior border of the body of the pancreas. This is the inferior border of the body of the pancreas. So superior mesenteric vessels emerge under cover the right end of the border here. Then let us come to the tail of the pancreas. That part is the tail of the pancreas. That part. It is narrow left end of the gland, passes between the layers of the rhinorenal ligament and reaches the spleen. Then the tail is the most mobile part of the gland, and it lies at the higher level than the head and lies opposite the lower border of 12 thoracic vertebra. Now, structure related to the tail of the pancreas. In front, this is the front side. In front, it is related to the stomach, separated by lesser sac. Behind, here, this is the behind. It is related to the spleen and splenic vessels. And below, here, below, left colic flexure. You can see, you can remember the diagram that I have shown in the beginning of the class. Now let us come to the main pancreatic duct. The main pancreatic duct, it begins in the tail by the union of a number of smaller ducts. The main pancreatic duct, it will begin in the tail here. Then it goes from the left to right. It goes from the left to right. Midway between the two border, upper border and lower border. So this pancreatic duct begins in the tail of the pancreas, then goes through the body from left to right, midway between the upper border and lower border, close to the posterior surface. So if you go to expose the main pancreatic duct, you have to expose it from the posterior surface. See here, this is the pancreatic duct. See, this is the main pancreatic duct. See here, this is, it begins at the tail of the pancreas. See, this is the pancreatic duct. This is the pancreatic duct, main pancreatic duct. This is the main pancreatic duct. It goes from left to right, midway between the upper border and lower border, close to the posterior surface. The main pancreatic duct receives in his course a number of smaller ducts which opens at regular angles, which is known as herringbone pattern. So these are the small ducts. These are the small ducts. So in its course, it receives opening of small ducts, which open at regular angles, which is known as herringbone pattern. So this is the main pancreatic duct. See, this is the main pancreatic duct. See. Now, when it reaches the neck of the pancreas, this is the neck of the pancreas. This is the neck of the pancreas. It goes downwards and to the right. This is the right side. Goes downward and to the right and opens and pierces the posteromedial wall of the duodenum. Second part of the duodenum. See here. This is the second part of the duodenum. So This is the neck of the pancreas. When the main pancreatic duct reaches the neck of the pancreas, it goes downwards and to the right and opens in and pierces the posterior medial wall of that second part of duodenum. This is the second part of the duodenum. See, this is the wall, posterior medial wall of the second part of the duodenum. Then at the same time, another duct, this is called bile duct, it also pierces the posterior medial wall of the second part of the duodenum separately. And within the wall of the duodenum, both main pancreatic duct and bile duct unite to form a dilated part. This is called ampulla of Vater, and which ultimately opens into the summit of the major duodenal papilla. Now let us come to the accessory pancreatic duct. Accessory pancreatic duct, it receives secretion from the uncinate process and goes upwards and to the right like that and lies in front of the main pancreatic duct and pierces the posterior medial wall of the second part of the duodenum, second part of the duodenum, and it opens into the summit of the minor duodenal papilla, which lies 2 cm above and slightly ventral to the major duodenal papilla. Thank you. So this is the end of the class.